The beginner's mind is really the mind in its natural condition, before it has been conditioned by thought and perception. Just a natural state of openness, peace. Really, we've been talking about the beginner's mind all week. What is the nature of our minds? If we remove from it everything we have acquired from experience, all the thoughts, all the images, all the memories, all the sensations, all the perceptions, all the activities, all the relationships, only that would be the primordial mind, our original face. That is not some extraordinary, enlightened... It's not beyond the mind. It's prior to the mind. It's just our essential... It's just the natural condition. And all the spiritual traditions, they've become so elaborate, and the simple direct understanding has been obscured because over the years and over the centuries people had questions and objections, and in response to those questions and objections the teachings elaborated more and more ideas, more and more pathways, and then of course the understanding was then appropriated by the mind. It was mixed with all sorts of extraneous ideas, and then after as the centuries go by, the religious and spiritual traditions, they become so much paraphernalia, so many ideas, so many practices, and many of them based on a misunderstanding, or at best providing pathways for people who were not able to go directly to their true nature. But things are different now. All that paraphernalia, it's not necessary. Somebody once asked me, what's the connection between this understanding and Tibetan Buddhism? And I responded, if you remove everything Tibetan and everything Buddhist from Tibetan Buddhism, you get this. It's the understanding between this, what's the connection between this understanding and mystical Christianity? You remove everything mystical, everything Christian from mystical Christianity, you get this understanding. The truth is just, it's so simple. Isn't that what they all say in the end? It's so simple. There's nothing exotic about it. The whole idea of enlightenment, this idea of this marvelous experience that will happen in 30 years' time if we practice enough, it's such a misunderstanding. It's led to so much confusion. It's led to so much unhappiness. It's led to so much frustration, so much sense of failure. This is the age of the direct path. In my opinion, the understanding should be taken out of the great traditions and spoken of simply, cleanly, clearly, directly in our own everyday language. And I see no reason in this age not to go directly to our true nature. It's not necessary to go via a teacher or via a tradition or via a teaching or via a mantra. Or it's not necessary to go via anything. We have direct access to ourself. We are already ourself. Everybody is their self. We all 8 billion of us, we have direct access to what we essentially are. It's not necessary to go all the way round, to leave home, to travel around the world for 30 years and to come back home. It's at the deepest level, we are, all of us, already what we are. It's just a matter of recognizing it. What are we prior to the arising of experience? It's so simple. If you go back and read some of your Tibetan texts or the Zen texts, you read the right texts carefully, you'll see what they're referring to is what we talk of here. But coloured and packaged in Tibetan culture. Well, Tibetan culture is strange and exotic for us. I understand that the packaging may be strange and exotic, but what is being referred to is simple. It is available to everyone, and it does not need to be packaged nowadays in esoteric, mystical, religious, spiritual, complicated language. So I would suggest that your last 55 years, they certainly have not been wasted. It's beautiful that you've spent your 55 years devoted to the truth, but they've brought you here, and by here I don't mean a place or a person, I mean to this understanding. They brought you to this, they've done their job. Don't be like the person that takes the journey to the Caribbean beach and then refuses to get off the coach. No, the purpose was to get to the beach and then abandon the coach. The coach was only meant to get you there. So your tradition, all your practices, it was to get you to the simplicity, the directness of this understanding. So abandon it all. With great respect. I don't mean reject it. I'm not suggesting you have great love for your tradition, your teachers, but stand free of all of that. You're 74, so you've got a certain period of your life left. Stand completely free of all traditions, all teachers, all ideas. You just stand in your naked being. You have access. You know your being. Your 55 years, they've done their job. Stand in yourself. Be yourself. Get off the coach.
I think I already did.
I think you did. I know you did. I see that. That's beautiful. I'm just. You don't need my permission, but I'm trying to give you permission just to go even further, to feel yourself autonomous and free and needing nothing.